Chester, old man, can I ask you a question?
What, old chap?
Chester, sports and hobbies, what are they all about?
Oh, sport? No, hobbies? What, hobbies? Oh, hobbies, yes, well, there's all sorts of hobbies a man might take up, you know, it's a pastime, it's something he might do. It could be something as simple as collecting the stamps, you know, that's a hobby. I mean, some people have train sets and things like that. I mean, I'm not talking about the sort of stuff you have when you're a small child. I mean, that's, you know, that's just, they're toys, they are. I'm talking about proper train sets. You might have a loft conversion or something like that, or even the garage could be converted into like a scenery with lovely trains going round and round, and here comes the engine and all that sort of thing. The Flying Scotsman, of course, and the Mallard are two that spring to mind. Anyway, yes, I mean, a hobby's not a bad thing. A hobby's a good thing. It entertains the brain when you're not actually doing something that's being expected of you. You know, not everybody has a hobby, but some people do. A lot of people do, and it's a good job they do, because some people actually make a living out of other people's hobbies. I mean, it might be, like I said, stamp collecting. It could be, I don't know, fishing and that sort of thing. I'm not talking about the sort of fish you catch and eat. I'm talking about the sort of chaps you put back, you know, like a nice large perch or something like that. Yes, I've caught some big carp in my time, yes. Anyway, yeah, that was a hobby I used to have, you see, when I was younger. Now I have a different hobby. I do bowling, and that's good. It's like a mixture of a sport and a hobby, and it gets me out, and I meet some nice people, and yes, a hobby's a good thing. I mean, a hobby could be something like, playing any sport. Could be football when you're young and virile and strong and your knees are good, and you know, that sort of thing. And I mean, some people actually get paid to do what you might think is a hobby. You know, there's all sorts of hobbies. I mean, I couldn't possibly list them, but you know, I could only give you a handful that I've tried. You know, and I've tried quite a few in my time. I've had a lot of leisure time, as you know. I've had a lot of leisure time, and leisure is when you do your hobby, you see. And
Stamp collecting?
not stamp collecting. No, I wouldn't say. You see, stamp collecting, you just do it. It takes a little while, you know, maybe 20 minutes, and then it's done. You didn't do it anymore for another, I don't know, it could be months, but it's a hobby, it's a collection. But, I mean, it's not like collecting fine art. I mean, well, that could be a hobby, I suppose, yes. I mean, collecting fine art is a hobby, but it's also an investment, you see. And so are stamps, I know, you know, going back to stamps. But forget about stamps. But, you know, like fishing or shooting or hunting or, you know, running or sport, or, you know, maybe throwing the discus or something like that, you know, it could get you into, you know, all sorts of bother. But, I mean, you know, a hobby is a good thing, you know, and I think everybody should have a hobby because it occupies the mind, and there's nothing worse than just standing around, just rambling and doing nothing all day, you know, that's bad.